Hola, this is Diana from Latin American / Mexican Spanish, and in today's short lesson, you are going to learn how to use adjectives in Spanish. You are in a level where you can start describing things. First of all, you need to know that you have absolutely for free a list with the 50 most common verbs. You will get the link to that material in the description of this video. For the purposes of this lesson, we are going to use a reduced version of that document. You don't need to memorize all of them, and that might be a bit of a task. That's why for this lesson, the examples and the exercises are just going to be using the ones that you need to describe cities or places. I will also tell you that all of my students have access to a flashcard app. Probably you know what kind of app I am talking about. I will not mention the brand exactly, but it is a platform that you can have in your phone or that you can have in the web version in your laptop with all the decks of the vocabulary that we are going to be using in our lessons. I will pass really quickly here just the materials that I have to give you an idea of how many cards we have. We have plenty of them, and I can track the progress of each one of my students. You can mark the card as easy, as difficult, as fail, and the app itself is going to show you a card or the other according to how you specifically need it. That is an advantage that every single one of my private students have completely free. Okay, so you have already studied the question words. You know how to say how, what, when, who in Spanish. If you don't know that yet, please go to the question words video first, and then you can come back to this part because you need it. For you to be able to practice the adjectives in this lesson, we will use examples of cities. And the first question that I have is this one. ¿Cuáles son tus 3 ciudades favoritas en el mundo? I'm pretty sure that you know what this question means, but in case you're not that sure, here you have the translation. Now I will give you the chance to reply with your real personal answers in the comments. Just as an example, but also it's kind of true that my answers are the next ones. So I will reply with my top 3 favorite cities. I have Ginebra in Suiza, Brujas in Bélgica, and Ciudad del Cabo in South Africa. Those are 3 cities and their countries in Spanish. If you're solving this exercise with your own self-study techniques, and if you don't know the words in Spanish for the cities and the countries that you will want to talk about, I would suggest you to research in Google that super quickly and then come back to solve these exercises. But obviously for all of my students and for the people that book their private one-to-one free session, I can help them and assist them in real time. In case you don't know which cities I was talking about, here you have the translations. For the next questions, you will need to choose one of your favorite cities. It can be any city that you decide, but we need to focus only in one for now. I will give you a set of questions that you will also need to reply according to that city, okay? First one, ¿en qué país está? Number 2, ¿es bonita? Number 3, ¿está limpia? Number 4, ¿es cara? Number 5, ¿es grande o pequeña? So I want you to please leave in the comments what is the city that you are using for your example. And then please leave in order the answer to these questions. I will give you the example for my city that in my case, I will use Ginebra. ¿En qué país está? En Suiza. ¿Es bonita? Ginebra es hermosa. ¿Es limpia? Sí, es una ciudad limpia. ¿Es cara? Es muy cara. ¿Es grande o pequeña? Es pequeña. Before we close this lesson, I want you to have a look to something that is really important. Every single adjective that I use when I was making reference to a city is in feminine. Can you see that? I'm saying limpia, cara, bonita. I'm using all of those adjectives in feminine, and I'm also doing that in singular. Because in the next lesson, when we start comparing cities and we start talking in plural, you will realize how every single adjective has to correspond in gender and number with the noun that they are describing. And that may be the most important part of this lesson. If you remember that one thing, you are going to pass any exam and you are going to be able to communicate very, very efficiently in this language. Please book a one-to-one private session with me so I can help you with this and any other topic. Check our website for this and way more exercises and lessons, and I will see you in the next time. Gracias, adiós.